So I have some notes today, because there's a lot going on in the world. And what is going on, if there's one of us, why is the one of us look like there's so many opposing, like the opposites going on in the world? Well, I went to the news, and the first thing I saw was The Bachelor. Clayton, brokenhearted after Susie leaves. Okay, well, I've been brokenhearted, I guess. And bless Susie and Clayton, whoever they are. I don't know if that's really news to guide me. And then I saw this one. Just bear with me. Polish parents leave baby strollers at train station for mothers fleeing Ukraine. That's the one. That's the one where I'm thinking about the needs of others. I'm putting my heart with their hearts because there's one heart. Wow, that's news. So those actions, bad actions, speaks louder than words. And bless Susie and Clayton, whoever they are. So if actions speak louder than words, then communication is not what I say and do. Communication is the result of what I say and do. So I think about those mothers clutching their babies and getting out of Ukraine and having maybe food and blankets and strollers there, and maybe mom's hanging out and dad's hanging out to be there. Just like y'all are there for the Afghan family, right? So that's the news that's informing me. And it's a mystery, because why is this going on in Ukraine? Well, I don't know. That's above my pay grade. But I do know that there's a geopolitical component. And there's this no-fly zone thing. Anybody heard about the no-fly zone? Yeah. So if they do a no-fly zone, that means if Russian planes fly over, then NATO or somebody will shoot them down, and then that would kick in a third world war, perhaps. And so the conventional wisdom is no-fly zone, not put the no-fly zone in place. And that Ukraine is going to take a hit for all of us. And so that means that we have a responsibility to take action. And where do my actions speak the loudest? Well, you're here for some divine appointment. All the things that are going on in the world, in your life, on social media, Clayton and Susie, you're here. You've chosen to be here for whatever reason. So that's the mystery piece. How can that be going on in the world? And we have this loving place here. Well, I think it's kind of like IT. Any techies in the room? Any kids like games? You a gamer? Yeah. All right. Yeah. So all of that is in and out, right? Yes and no's. Yes and no's. It's code. So this mystery that we're living in does have a code. Love, fear, love, hate, back and forth. And I know that nobody in the room has ever hated or been scared, right? Is that right? No. I may be scared several times today, or I may leave church today, and or community circle, and maybe flip somebody off in traffic. I don't do as much as I used to, but it does happen. And some of the things I say to the other travelers, to the other people in cars, you know, I said that? I kissed my mother with this mouth? Really? Well, that's a mystery too. How could I come out of this loving circle and then be impatient at a red light? Want the right light to turn green? Well, that's the mystery of it. It's in and out. It's for this balance. So there's a series of questions and answers. Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Do you know what that's like during the day? Yeah, where are my keys? Do I leave them here? Do I leave them there? Okay, where are they? Do I do this? Do I call them? Do I eat this? Do I not eat that? I really want to eat that fried food. I shouldn't eat that fried food. I should have a banana instead. Yes, no, all day long. So there's a mystery in that. And it reminds me of my years in management. And one of the teachings was easy on people, hard on issues. But early in my life, I wanted to be hard on people, hard on issues, hard on myself, hard on everything. Well, I stopped that and listened to that, but I didn't really get that message until I was in yoga a few years ago. And the teacher said, hard on the muscles, easy on the joints. Hard on the muscles, easy on the joints. Oh, wow, that's really good. So easy on people, hard on issues. So there's an issue, there's change happening. There's issues, there's mystery going on. Am I going to be hard? Maybe I need to be hard with the issues and go, that is why I've been called. What kind of actions can I take in my life? Even with my body, in my family, with the space that I live in my home. So when change happens, I resist it. Anybody, any other resistors, or am I the only one? Please raise your hand if you resist change. All right, good. I'm at the right place. So if I resist change, what am I resisting? What would be another word for what am I resisting if this change is happening?
Comfort.
Comfort. What else?
Growth.
Growth. What else am I resisting? If something's happening and I'm resisting it. Reality. Because if I don't change, I am resisting reality on some level. I want it to be different than it is. Does that make sense? I'm not talking, yeah. So, if I'm resisting change, that means I'm resisting reality. And what do you call people who resist reality? So we're all a little crazy, right? It's like, what was the famous singer, Willie Nelson said, you know, I have to be crazy, a little crazy to keep them going and sane. So how are we going to balance this mystery? Yes, no, fear, hate. Change, no change. Well, we get it from help. We pray. We do our ceremonies. There's been some great music. Breathe. You show up here, and we are the one. Because the one has the solution. And the one's right here in the heart, right? Am I right? Yeah. So, this center of my heart, do I want it to be different? Yes, I want Ukraine to be different. I want that to be different, but it isn't. And I've gotten the data from the geopolitical understanding. It's like there's a reason why Ukraine is suffering for us. And am I taking responsibility? Are my actions in line with democracy, freedom, love, and acceptance? And so that's my call to action. Not just from what's going on in Ukraine, but when I was invited to come speak, I was almost also always moved and touched when I'm invited. Really? Trust me to speak in front of a bunch of people? Okay, cool. That's change. 20 years ago, you don't want Daniel speaking in front of anybody, right? Just let him talk to himself. So, change has happened, and if I resist reality, then I'm resisting God. Because reality is another word for God. Why would God allow this? Well, maybe I have a part in it. Maybe the one that we all have a part in it. So what's my response to this? Well, look at the warbler. Did the warbler choose to fly for 80 hours, or is that a divine appointment? Is that inside the warbler? It's just going to do it. And maybe all warblers don't make it every season. But the ones that do continue the community. They continue the warbler world of this amazing little bird. So that's a mystery to me. And quite a change to go from, what is it, Florida to Tobago? So, do I want it to be different? Or is it time for me to step on up? What kind of actions can I take? Well, my action was to say yes to the invitation. There's some other things that I said no to. And Sarah, my partner, is usually with me. me she's not, because she said yes to something else, and I said no, and she's on her own doing that, and I'm on my own here with y'all doing this. And I miss her, but it's reality. I'm not going to resist that, because I was called to be here, to be with you all. And especially with Gary blessing us and being with us. So community. What do I bring to my community? My little light? Can you just hum with me? What a beautiful thing that the one really expresses itself when I find my heart. The law of my heart. What does my heart tell me? And I don't mean my heart tells me to go eat pizza, or play the game, or play ball, or pick up my guitar, but maybe it does. How do I express my love? How do I navigate the changes in the mystery? And then the challenge like the warbler has to, that's 80 hours, and it only weighs 1 ounce, and then when it gets there, it's ½ an ounce. Well, the warbler can do it, I can do it. Or at least try. And I can do it with the help of my oneness community. So, in a more practical term, community, leadership, but also divine appointment. You said no to a bunch of other things. Chilly outside. It's tough for Texans to get out when it's chilly outside. I'm actually still cold. My hands are cold. Anybody else cold this morning? Yeah. But you're here. We're here. The one that we are is here. So there may be a time as Zet goes and does what Zet wants to do. And she heeds her heart. She's been serving us for 30 years, right? 30 years? 30 years. Wow. I can't wait to see your art. I'm just looking to be blessed by your art. I've been blessed so powerfully here over the years. And the artistic things that I've seen you do and the fun that we have expressing ourselves. Yeah, more of that. So there's the yes. And then you're saying no to being so available here. You're not going away. You're just not going to be in charge of stuff. So maybe that's time for me to remind myself, what do I need to be saying no to? Thank you, I've done my part. It's time for me to move on. What will I be saying yes to? And then it's maybe time for you, for us, as a community, whether it's Ukraine, Gary moving on, Zet moving on, or the challenges after COVID, and the challenges of the growth and the reformation of the circle. What is it time for me to say no to? And what is it time for me to say yes to? And all I need to do, all the only qualifications I have that are necessary is this little light of mine, my authenticity. What does my heart tell me? This little light of mine. Thank you all, and thank you for having me.
So I invite you to feel that joy, that love, that light that's shining within you, and with your eyes open or your eyes closed, to just feel fully present to your breath, just as it is. Feel that light inside. Feel yourself opening, your mind opening, your body opening, just allowing whatever thoughts to be there without being attached to any of them. Feel your willingness, your ability to perceive this free flow of spirit, of light, moving through you, as you, from you, right now, and now. And now. Feel your willingness to be a conscious co-creator in partnership with the ever-flowing, ever-unfolding, ever-evolving flow of divine energy. Feel yourself as an instrument for more and more of this divine love and light to come into the physical manifestation of our world, coming through you, right here, right now, in this precious present moment. Feel yourself opening ever wider and deeper as you name and claim and fully accept this co-creative power now. I invite you to rest, relax, release any illusion of separation from the source. To be open and willing to the knowing that you are whole, perfect, and complete, just as you are. And that you are also growing and evolving and unfolding into this consciousness in the future, this place that you can't predict, but you can trust. You can remember your oneness with the Holy One, the Holy Wonder. Remembering again and again that we are one. Now, won't you allow this awareness to expand beyond yourself, to embrace the fullness of spirit flowing in and through this room, this gathering called Celebration Circle. And feel yourself being embraced by all those that have been, who are right now, and those that will be part of the Celebration Circle. And won't you affirm with me too that the Celebration Circle is whole, perfect, and complete just as it is. And that it too is growing and unfolding and evolving in a consciousness into the future that is already present. It's into a future that we cannot predict, but we can trust, knowing that all is well and all shall be well. And using the eyes of your heart, Won't you see with renewed clarity that the circle community is connected to the all and the everything, just as you are, just as we are. Feel that this very moment contains the potential for newness in all areas of your life and in the life of the circle. New ways of seeing, new ways of being, new ways of being a co-creative force for good in the world. Feel this pulsing power that we have when we plant seeds in consciousness, as we know that they will sprout and grows in ways that we can't predict, but we can trust fully. For all is well, and shall be well. We know this is so, just as we know there is nothing we need to do in this moment in order for any of it to happen. You and I are simply invited to be open and receptive to all that is and all that is becoming. As we rest in the sacred silence now. From this place of peace and power, feeling the radiant power of life flowing through you, won't you radiate your love out into the world, blessing all of creation, just as you have been blessed. Blessing without limitation. See yourself. See the celebration circle and all those around you as being divine seeds of the sacred, coming into manifestation ever more fully today and tomorrow and all of our tomorrows. As we remember together, we are one. We are one. We are one. And so it